Hi, everybody. We are so glad that you decided to join us for this beginner's yoga practice, Yoga for Joy, led by KB co-founder Chrissy Beswick. Chrissy is a woman of many talents. She is a certified yoga instructor, house party fitness instructor, bar fit instructor, and she aims to lead us through a gentle practice tonight. So if you haven't already done so, grab a blanket, get a pillow, and really thank yourself for making this time and space to show up for yourself, to tend to you, your body, your mind, your heart, your spirit. Thank you so much, Chrissy, for leading this tonight. Love you so much. And I love all of your practices. So except for the mosquitoes, I'm ridiculously excited.
Thanks, Lynn. Love you too. Welcome, everyone. So glad that you could be here tonight. As Lynn said, I am a certified yoga instructor. And I really work in a space focused on breath. So in many yoga classes that you might normally see, they're more focused on movement and on positions. Certainly that's important for yoga, but my work is more centered in yin yoga. And yin is really all about connecting to your breath, connecting to your inner self. And I think that ties perfectly with our theme for joy. So what I'd like to do is invite you to get cozy. Don't worry in this practice about being perfect or getting in the shape. Just focus on your breath, and I'm going to guide you through the movements in a really gentle, loving way. Just a little disclaimer, as with any physical practice, please listen to your body. If something hurts, do not do it. So right, like I was saying, if something hurts, please don't do it. If you find yourself in a pose and you're getting a little twinge or a little pull, sometimes that's normal, but I'd like you to just back off a little bit, give yourself a little permission. So we want to make sure that you don't injure yourself in any way. All right, so we're going to get started. I have some music. You might be able to hear a little bit of it, not a lot, but that's okay. It's kind of part of my practice when I do yoga, to work with music, because it helps me to move. All right, so let me just get that started and we'll get rolling. Okay, so I'd like to invite you just to come onto your mat in a nice cross-legged position in the middle of your mat. Get into a comfortable seat. I really want you to take a few minutes just to feel your body sort of sinking into the mat, sinking into the ground, and just sit in a space with your body and your breath. Go ahead and breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. So the intention for today's practice is to focus on joy. So I'd like to invite you to think of something that brings you joy in your life. Whether that's a person or a thing or your favorite food or the color of the sky in the morning. I want you to take whatever brings you joy and hold it in your mind's eye and focus on that when we're moving through today's practice. And if you can't find something to think about, just literally think about the word joy and picture that in your mind's eye and let it just fill you. So we're going to go ahead and start with a deep breath in, deep breath out. On your next deep breath in, I want you to start circling your body. Lead with your nose over your left knee to your right knee and back to the center. Go ahead and keep breathing. Breathe in and pull forward. Breathe out and pull back. Breathe in and breathe out. 2 more nice circles here, just warming up that core. As you're breathing, I'm also going to invite you to focus here on your belly button And pulling your belly button in through your spine each time you take a nice deep breath. When you find yourself in your middle, go ahead and reverse your circle. Over to the right and down to the left. You may find a space to sort of stretch your shoulders here. Go ahead and do it. This is really all about finding what is right for your body. Two more nice circles here. Again, focusing on that breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And on your last circle, when you get there, I want you to just focus on sitting nice and straight up. Stacking hips over pelvis, heart over hips. And go ahead and take a big deep breath in, pull your shoulders all the way up to your ears, scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. And then your exhale, drop them back to your spine. One more time, deep breath in, scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. And down and in. One more, that feels really good. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Okay, we're gonna take a nice little gentle twist here. So I'm gonna have you take your right arm, move it to your right leg, right above your knee. You don't wanna press on that kneecap. Take your left hand and put it on the mat. You can actually even bring your left hand a little bit behind you if that feels more comfortable. Deep breath in, lift your chest up. And on an out, go ahead and gently guide your body with a twist to the left-hand side. Deep breath in, lift up that chest, breathe out. See if that exhale moves you a little further. Deep breath in, chest lifts up. Deep breath out, spiral to the back. We're going to hold this position for a few moments, then we're going to switch to the other side. Keep breathing, pulling that belly button into the spine. On your next exhale, go ahead and release to the middle. And one more time, big deep breath in, shrug those shoulders up. And on your exhale, down to your spine. Shoulders up to your ears and down to your spine. Bring your left hand over on top of your right leg again, not on top of your knee. Right arm swooshes behind you. Your inhale lifts up your chest and your exhale guides you gently to the right hand side. And when you're in this stretch, you may find like, I'm not stretching as much on my right side as I were in my left. That's totally normal. You may hold your tension in one side of the body more than the other. So use that breath to again open up your chest. The inhale, the exhale guides you gently, spirals you back. Stay here for a nice cycle of 3 breaths. And on your 4th breath, cycle it back to the center. Okay, we're going to repeat that little sort of frontward motions or a washing machine that I like to think of, and circle breathing in towards your left hand side, breathing out to your right. As you're breathing, don't be afraid to hear the sounds of your own breath, whether that's a sigh or almost a whisper as you exhale. Your breath is literally the thing that keeps you alive. So take this moment to recognize it and sort of thank it. Thank your body for that wonderful gift of breath. And go ahead and circle around from right to left. Two more nice circles here. And then when you're ready, again, coming to that place of center and stillness. I'd like to invite you here to take your right hand and place it above your heart, your left hand and right in between your belly button and the bottom of your ribs. And feel the breath as you inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. I'm going to do a little bit of a guided breath here. We're going to come back to this later in the practice, but this is a way to, again, help connect you to your breath and actually move a little bit of positive energy through your body. So you're gonna do a puppy breath. So you're basically going to open your mouth, stick out your tongue, and go. Big deep breath in. 5 nice short, sweet breaths out. When you do it, you may notice your bottom hand, your left hand on your stomach really moving back and forth. That's great. Keep at it. 2 more times. And now just take a moment to notice how that changed the way that you feel. You may feel a little bit of energy in your legs, a little bit of tingling in your hands. That's a good thing. You got that blood moving. You mixed it up. Return to that normal, gentle breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now we're going to take your left hand, bring it to the mat. We're going to take your right hand, go ahead and sweep the mat, bring it up against your ear, and with your exhale, guide yourself over. Again, it doesn't matter if you're here, here, or all the way over here. It's just about using that breath to open up your stretch. And if it feels good for you, go ahead and take your gaze and look up towards that right hand. Really opening through that side body, allowing your energy to move. If it feels good for you, you can take your left elbow and drop it down to the ground, really opening up that lower back. On your next inhale in, go ahead and pull your body up and bring it to the other side. Right arm goes down, left arm reaches to the sky. Exhale guides you over. Inhale to center. Exhale one more time on each side, all the way to the left. And inhale to the center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the center. We're going to do one more stretch here on our mat, and then we're going to move into a little bit more of an active pose. I want you to go ahead and again, place your hands on your heart. Inhale, lift that chest all the way up. On your exhale, use your power to just slowly lean forward. For some of us, this may feel a little bit more natural than others. You may want to open up your seat here, give yourself a little bit more space if that feels comfortable for you. But with each breath, go ahead and let your nose just guide gently down to the floor. Again, doesn't matter if you're close or far away. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Go ahead and release that right hand. Bring both of your hands in front of you and breathe deep. This is a great way to open up that lower back and to connect to the energy in your hips. You may actually find that as you're in this pose, you have a little bit of an emotional response. That's okay. We actually hold a lot of emotions in our hips. If this is difficult for you, because we are going to stay here for a moment, go ahead and get that pillow and put it underneath you to help prop your body up a little bit and get you a little bit more comfortable. If it feels good for you, you can drop your head down to meet your hands, almost curling into a seated fetal position. And again, as we're here, I'm inviting you to think of the thing that brings you joy. Before I asked you to picture it in your mind's eye, now I'd like to invite you to take that picture and let it fill your whole body. As you breathe in, think about the emotions or feelings or events or thoughts that come with your picture or your word, and let those things fill the space inside of you. Three more nice cycles of breath here. In through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. When you're done with that last cycle, go ahead and come up to your seat. And I'm gonna just let you shake it out a little bit. That was a lot of deep stretching. So just go ahead and move however feels good with you. Just release it, let it go. And then we're coming to tabletop. So if you've never done yoga before, tabletop just basically means trying to get your back flat. So you're gonna take your legs, take your knees and align them underneath your hips. Take your wrists and align them underneath your shoulders. Take your toes and go ahead and let them rest on the mat and take that belly button and pull it into the spine. That's what takes you from going like this or going like this to going like that. This is called tabletop, and we're gonna do a little bit of cat-cow. So for cat, we're gonna breathe in, and we're actually going to intentionally raise that middle core, arch our backs just like a cat. And on our exhale with cow, we bring the hips back, the head forward, and arch the other way. We drop that abdomen down to the floor. Breathe out. Breathe in, pull up to cat. Breathe out to cow. So just move here however you feel good, whatever breath works for you. You may find that you want to, as my yogi mentor Adrian Mishler says, move a little bit off the railroad tracks here, allowing those hips to move. You may find a little gentle sway back and forth. Helps you to keep centered. Just find what feels right in your body and let it be. We're going to sit here for a minute. If this is too much on your knees, I'd invite you to take that pillow or blanket if you have one and roll it up and place it underneath your knees. You can actually do that as well with your mat. You can roll your mat up over and make a little brace for your knees. But wherever you are, I just invite you to keep cycling through that breath. Into cat and out to cow. Into cat and out to cow. We're doing 3 more here. 3 more with each position. And when you're done that 3rd one, just come back to tabletop. So from here, you're going to take your feet, you're going to turn them under, and you're going to lift through that core, pushing up through your shoulders, and you're going to go back to downward facing dog. So you might want to pedal it out a little bit here. It's totally okay if your feet don't touch the floor. Again, it's not about the shape, it's about how you feel. But go ahead and take those big toes and turn them inward. Take your pointer fingers and turn them inward. That's going to help you open up a little bit more. You might want to find a little bit of a gentle rock here. You might find a little bit of shaking. That's normal. That's just heat moving through your body. 2 more big deep breaths here. And on your last exhale, I'm going to ask you to move your hands to the back edge of your mat and have your hands be at your feet. So for some of you, that may be here, flat against the mat. For some of you, you might be up here. Totally fine. This is called a forward fold. Big deep breath in, big deep breath out. You might want to find a little bit of bend in your knees to help open up that lower back. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Go ahead and shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. On your next inhale, go ahead and bend those knees and then bring those hands straight up above your kneecaps. Again, you never want to put your hands on your knees, just above your kneecaps, and then pulling your back straight into what is a standing tabletop or back, a flat back. And then from here, I'm going to invite you to take your arms in front of you and catch them. And you're just going to hold your elbows and sway your body back and forth. Again, opening up through that lower back and those hips. One more here, and then hands back to the mat. On your next inhale, I want you to bring your right leg forward and drop your left leg down to the mat. We're going to do a little bit of a lunge/lizard variation. So just for those of you who have not done yoga before, I'm going to invite you to stay here with that knee firmly planted underneath your hip. Take your right hand and put it on the inside of your foot. Left hand follows. And then go ahead and use your breath to move gently back and forth, opening up those hips. If it feels comfortable for you, where you have this in your practice, go ahead and turn that left foot under, press up into a low lunge. If you want to take it even a little further, take those hands out in front of you on the mat, or you can even drop down to your elbows. For those of you who are on your knees, again, I just want you to focus on your breath, pulling those 2 inner thighs together, using your breath to pull towards the core, opening up those hips. One more breath here. And your exhale releases your right leg around. Go ahead and just do two nice cycles here from tabletop, from cat to cow, to release any tension that's still sitting in that mid to lower back. And then go ahead and bring your left leg forward. Left hand on the inside of your foot, right hand parallel to it on the mat. And again, using your breath to move back and forth. And if you have it in your practice, you can go ahead and come up to a full lunge or drop down to a full lizard variation. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and bring your left leg around, and now you're sort of sitting on your knees. Go ahead and drop your pelvis back. Leave your feet where they are, kissing each other. Take your legs and spread them out along the edge of the mat. We're going to go into an extended child's pose. We are going to be here for a little bit, so I'm going to invite you to get that pillow, rest underneath your head or underneath your chest, wherever you need more support. So deep breath in lifts you up. Deep breath down, sort of diving into your mat all the way down to extended child's pose. Now, it may be comfortable for you to be here. You may find it a little bit more comfortable to sit up on your elbows. But I do want to invite you to go ahead and drop that head to the ground, no matter where you're at. And breathe into the back of your body. This is really about letting that breath travel through the back of your head, all the way down your spine, and imagine it almost shooting out along the back of your spine. And if you'd like to, I love to do what I like to call /borrow and call Namaste Shark Fin. You can take your hands up here behind your neck into a little bit of a prayer pose that helps to open up those shoulders and any tension you might have in your chest.
You're lost together and you will find me time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting time after time. If you're lost together and you will find me time after time.
So I want you to stay in this child pose, but go ahead and reach your hands, your left hand over off your mat, right hand follows, and doing a side extension of child pose. This is going to open up again that right side body. You may find a little movement here, helps you to open up the stretch. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. If you did go to the left, I invite you to go ahead and sweep your arms to the other side, to the right, and stretch out through that left side of your body. And then come back to the center. Go ahead and bring your legs back underneath you. Head still down to the mat. Breathe in, arms reach all the way to the front of the mat. Breathe out, they sweep around and behind you. Reaching towards the back edge of your mat. Again, head kissing your mat. Breathing in through that belly. Opening up your neck and your shoulders. And on your next inhale, go ahead and sweep your arms back up. Reach all the way to the front of your mat. Allowing your head to pull away from your body, your shoulders to drop down and back along your spine, really opening up that chest. On your next inhale, go ahead and pull back up to a seat. And I'm going to ask that you bring your legs back around. And this time we're going to open up into a little bit of a different seat that we did before. So I want you to bring your feet in front of you. You're almost making a triangle shape with your legs. And again, just sit here for a moment. Allow the breath to ground you down through the ground, connecting those sit bones to the floor. Navel draws to the spine, elongating that spine. Deep breath in, reach your hands overhead. Look up to the sky. Deep breath out, swim your arms to the side. Deep breath in. Raise your gaze. Deep breath out, push it down. Deep breath in. And out. 2 more times here. On your last cycle, just return to the center. And now what I'm going to ask you to do is, if you have that pillow or your blanket, go ahead and bring it to the back of your mat. Gently guide yourself down to a laying down position. Keep those legs and knees in that triangle shape. And go ahead and take your hands and rest them gently on your inner thigh. Using that breath to open up through those hips, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Go ahead and take your left leg and extend it down straight. Take your right leg on your next inhale and bring it up to your body, squeezing it into your chest. And on your next exhale, you take your right leg and cross it over your body, opening up your left hand and your right. And if you have it in you, on your exhale, turning your head to the back of the room or towards your right hand. On your next exhale, go ahead and use your left hand to catch the inside of that thigh. Again, gently guiding your leg up back to the center. Deep breath in, squeeze it in towards your body. Deep breath out, right leg kisses the mat. On your next inhale, go ahead and catch your left leg, bring it in towards your body. On that exhale, gently extend it over to the right hand side. Arms back out in a little big T. Gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale, right hand comes to the inside of your leg, gently guiding it towards the center. Exhale, pull it into your body. Inhale, and then exhale it back down. Okay, we're gonna come to one last stretch here before we move to our final pose of the evening. So from where you are, take a big deep breath in, sweep your arms to the side and to the tippy top of your mat, reaching as far as you can, extending your body all the way through, really opening up. And from here, I'm gonna invite and challenge you to do that puppy breath again with me here, just 3 times. So again, short, sweet breaths coming from that abdomen and tongue out. Ready? Deep breath in. One more time. Deep breath in, and your next deep breath out. Arms sweep to the side. So if you'd like to, I want to invite you to take that blanket, pull it over your body, take that pillow, pull it under your head, perhaps fold your mat under to give yourself a little bit more room. And take your hands and rest them to the side. We've come to the final pose of this evening's practice. This is called Shavasana. In Sanskrit, Shavasana means corpse pose. But when I think about Shavasana, I think again about the breath and the way that my breath moves through my body, and when I'm lying here, how I can feel that. So I'd like to invite you again here to return to your thought about joy, picturing it in your mind's eye. A good friend of mine told me recently some very wise words. You already have everything you need within you. One of the powers of yoga is about connecting to yourself, connecting to your body, and taking a few moments to realize your inherent grace and your inherent power. If it feels good for you, I'd invite you to take your hands, right hand on your heart, left hand again on your abdomen. Go ahead and big deep breath in and sigh it out. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. One more. I'm just going to give you a few moments here to sit in your own space. Listening to your own breath. When you feel ready, go ahead and release your arms. Roll over to your side. When you feel comfortable, come back into your seated pose. Again, whatever feels good in your body. Stack that heart over pelvis. Maybe your hands rest on your knees. Maybe they come again to your heart. Maybe they come in front of your prayer pose. I want to thank you so much for joining me today, for giving yourself the permission to hear your own body and to listen. I wish you immense joy. Namaste.